And this egg is telling me that it's time for a story. We tell this story every year here at the Fellowship. It is a story of Germanic pagan religious origins. There are lots of versions of this story, and here, my friends, is the one that I love. And you might have heard it before if you've been going to the Fellowship for a while, but shh, don't tell the surprise part, okay? There once was a goddess named Ostara. Ostara was the goddess in charge of springtime. She would do her most important work when the snow was still on the ground and there was still a cold bite in the air. This morning I went out to my car and it was snow flurrying, friends. I was like, really? I have to go talk about spring. But you know what? That is when Ostara is doing her work. She would help the sun return, the warmth to touch the air, the trees to grow new tiny little green leaves. She would also help the flowers come up out of the ground. And once upon a time, a long, long time ago, the goddess Ostara was doing her work, bringing the springtime. She was bringing the color to the earth. She was bringing the warmth to the cold days. She was drawing the leaves out of the trees, lifting the flowers up out of the ground, touching the air with her fingers to bring the warmth. She was busy, friends. Meanwhile, a baby bird had fallen out of its nest in a cold gust of air and hit the ground with a thud. It had injured itself and it was badly hurt. It had a broken wing, this little baby bird, and it didn't even have feathers yet. It just had soft down all over its body, and it was shivering on the cold ground. And a little girl at that time was walking through the woods, and she came upon the little bird, and the bird cheep, 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 out to her for help. Can you do that? Cheep, 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 cheep. Yep, just like that. And so she very gently scooped that bird up off the ground, and she warmed it with her breath, which helped, but the baby bird was still very badly hurt. And right then, the little girl spotted the goddess, Ostara, swooping through the woods, her long, brightly colored gown flowing behind her, going this way and that way, doing her work. And the little girl called out to her, "Goddess Ostara, Ostara, come help." Can you say that? Ostara, come help. That's right. So Ostara swooped nearby, but she didn't stop working. Ostara, see, this little baby bird is dying. It broke its wing and it's too cold. Please come help her. And Ostara said what some of your parents have probably said to you sometimes. Can't you see that I'm busy right now? I don't have time to heal every injured animal. I have work to do. But the little girl was, like some of you, very persistent. Please, Ostara, she kept at her until she finally gave in, which I'm sure none of your grown-ups have ever done. Fine, she said. Ostara sighed and said, "Okay, child, I will help you and help this little baby bird, but I can't fix what has been broken. I can make transformations. That is my magic. And so I will joyfully give this little bird a safe, warm life with no broken wing, but she will not be the same as she was before." And the little girl whispered to the bird, and the little bird cheeped back. Can you do that? Cheep, 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 cheep. Yep. And the little girl looked up at Ostara because children can understand animals. She turned back at Ostara and she said, "Yes, that is good." The bird agrees. Consent, my friends. Consent is important. And so, with a flourish of her hand, whoosh, Ostara transformed the bird into a bunny. Now the bunny had fat on its body and fur and was warm and snuggly and no longer cold in this early spring air. And she had no wings at all, which was, of course, sad, but also nice to not have that pain of the broken wing anymore. And with a little pat on the head, the girl set the bunny down and it hopped off into the woods. And Ostara likewise patted the child on her head and sent the child off. And she went off to finish her important goddess work. And the girl was sad to see the bunny go, but she was glad that she had helped save her life, because that, my friends, is what springtime is all about. Birth and life out of what seems like death. The trees look like they are dead, but they are not. And the legend says that at this time, every year, the bunny remembers that it once was a bird. And it lays eggs. The legend says, my factual scientific child, the legend says. And she lays colored eggs in honor of the gift that Ostara gave to her, and she brings those eggs to the children in gratitude to the gift, that the child gave her. And now we know why the Ostara bunny lays eggs. The end.